Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to our Jurassic World Evolution 2 park tours, and welcome to one of the craziest park builds to ever exist in Jurassic World Evolution 2. This is Unity Park. This just became available for download. I will link it down below in the description, and it's a beautiful park. Just from a glimpse you can tell it's a beautiful park. Of course we're about to do a full tour, but there's two very cool unique features about this park. Number one, it was actually a collaboration made by 6 very talented park builders. This was made by Legion, Caesar Creates, who you may well know for Planet Zoo as well, incredible Planet Zoo builder, Crazy Cat Miri, Jurassic Tom, Python X35, and Montgomery Rex. And all 6 of those people contributed to making this one standalone park by bouncing the save file back and forth. The second thing about this, and you might find this surprising looking at it because the detail is crazy and there's tons of decorations and it's all a bit of a madness, but there are no mods in this park. This is entirely unmodded. You can download this and install it right now and run it without downloading a single mod, and no mods were used for placing of items or anything like that. So, what that means, ladies and gentlemen, is that in your unmodded version of the game, you can build this exact park, which is depressing to think about, but kind of awesome at the same time. It's a very conflicting series of emotions because this thing is staggering. I've got a map to follow, like a little brochure map, like I'm at an actual park, which is very exciting. And we are gonna begin the tour. Let's go. Okay, here we are at the entrance. Now, this park is, as you've seen, humongous, so I have had to close it and mess around with my graphic settings a little bit. It is a laggy little thing, or a laggy huge thing, but we've landed. I am ready to go once more here at the park entrance, and we are gonna go on a little walk. So this is our opening plaza kind of area. We've got this rock-strung little display with our Rex and our Hammond statue, of course, and little directions there to the visitor center. Lovely little fountain areas down here, and there is our visitor center in the distance, looking beautiful as always. Even has a little grassy river in front of it. Oh, it's like a decoration, like there's no entrance in the middle. That's interesting. A little grassy river in front of it, just like in the film. I'm trying to follow the map. I want to be very respectful of their wishes because the work put into this is staggering. I mean, I can't do this modded. Never mind unmodded. What have we got in here? I see something in the distance. Is it a Wahoo Wahoo? It might be a Wahoo Wahoo. It looks like a Wahoo Wahoo. I'm actually playing on the Xbox, so I get slightly smoother control, but the problem is I don't know the button. There we go. Oh, I learned the button. Hello, buddy. It is a Wahoo Wahoo. Here we are in our little mid-habitat viewing area, surrounded by rocks, which makes a lot of sense. Doesn't really make sense to have the... how do I change view, do you reckon? It's probably a bad time to start learning a new thing entirely. It doesn't really make sense to have these plonked down without like a rocky barrier, or you can see a log barrier there, because, you know, a Wahoosaurus, maybe it gets caught its attention by the glass, or it sees like a really annoying child. It might give the glass a little bit of a bonk, you know? So swing round, this is the back of the visitor centre. Got this lovely little monorail display going on. Not something I've ever been very good at. Rudiger, using the monorail to make pretty little patterns. It's something I should practice. Jurassic Park gates standing nobly, and a few more over here. It looks beautiful, and this just looks like Big Tree. It's not Big Tree. Big Tree's never coming back. Although, we didn't think we'd ever get P for Path. And P for Path, this is beautiful. P for Path did indeed make it in. Oh, hello. Is this an exhibit? So, you know, oh, there we go. We've got Taurosaurus and Muttaburrasaurus in the distance. You ever wonder if you play too much of a game when you can recognize these dinosaurs so easily at such a distance? Just pretend I'm pausing to catch my breath. Hello, Pachycephalosaurus. Look at this lovely little swampy, woodlandy little exhibit, sunken exhibit down, which I really like to see. We've got using a lot of these Malta fence pieces as the walls, which makes a lot of sense. Hey guys, this is a beautiful little exhibit. Breaking it up every now and again with these lit up flower displays. The log is the best piece in the game. I'm just going to put this out there. It genuinely is the best piece in the entire game. That's what they sound like. Just went and changed a couple of settings to see if I could improve things somewhat. Look at this. Look at this huge vista opening up. I love that they've kind of built this central hill that kind of dominates the entire park. This kind of landmark you can see from wherever you're standing in the park. I just want to go up there, you know? But no, I will follow the map. Dedicated. Although I don't know where I am on the map, it must be said. Not a bloody clue. But look, this is beautiful again. I'm going to say beautiful a lot in this video. I don't know how you fit so much in. But I love being able to see right into the... It's kind of like playing like Breath of the Wild or something. You know, you can see it and you can go there. There's all this little detail way off there in the distance that's calling to me. And I think we're going to walk by this lake with the aviary that pushes into the water like that. Very Jurassic Park coded. Jurassic Park Isla Nublar coded in particular. Right, this is... Okay, love this. Very slight slope down here. Oh, little... What's this? What's this little doohickey? Just a little doohickey. Oh, it's an exhibit. Hello, exhibit. That is our Amargasaurus. Again, all the exhibits feel so naturalistic. You know, they're just built. They don't feel like exhibits per se. In that there's all these big fences and big buildings. I mean, there's always little access points, but they just feel like a natural part of the world almost. You know, they're all nice big exhibits. No animals are crammed in there, and it feels more like, and it's my favorite way of seeing a park. More like they lived in their natural environment, and then the park was built around them, right? Rather than... I mean, this is gorgeous. I can't get over how good this looks unmodded. It is wild to me that this is even doable. Okay, I went to try to fix the frame lag and had absolutely no success whatsoever, so I'm just going to get over it. Look at this little... Oh, I love this. Using the biosyn... Hey, look at this little seating area. Beautiful. Using the biosyn lamp over and over again to create this kind of surrealist nightmare kind of section. We've got a little shopping bit over here. We've got some restrooms as well, all sort of bounded by the lights over there and by the seating area here. It just feels like a nice little individual seating bit, which again is kind of what it's like. You know, you go to a zoo and the shops aren't just sort of lined across. You have like separate little sections where you go and get your food and inevitably get accosted by a peafowl or some description, usually a peacock. Okay, that's cool. Little sign display, info display segment kind of thing. Let's go check this aviary out. Let's have a little peekaroo. See what we've got inside. That's a tapajara. Something on my head. What are you on my head? I need to see your head to know what you are. That's kind of how it goes. I can hear them above me. It's very disconcerting. You there. It might just be tapajara. I'm not seeing anything else. I really like this. The problem with this aviary, of course, it creates all these weird shadows on the exhibit and stuff like that, but there's something about the classic mesh Jurassic Park 3 aviary that I think looks a lot nicer than the Jurassic World ones. It just feels old school. It feels more appropriate in some way. And yeah, it is a tapajara. I love the positioning of this right there out on the coastline. I think it looks phenomenal. And there's a beautiful exhibit for them inside as well. Lots of rocks to rest on. Lovely bit of food in the middle. Sure they'd have a lovely time. Okay, I see where I've made a mistake. I wasn't actually meant to take you down to the... Oh, man. I wasn't meant to take you down there. We're making a right, and we're going up this way instead. I think. Like I said, it's not always easy to... I can't read a map, okay? It's literally a screenshot off the park, but still, it's too complicated. Again, very cool. Again, using the verticality there. We've got the forest moving up below the monorail. Rocks all over the place. Really just making it feel like a really beautiful... naturalistic environment, but still one that's Jurassic Worldy, which is an official term. Okay, we're expecting a lot of dinosaurs pretty soon. Let's find out what is at the top of the hill. What is coming over the top of the hill? Is it a monster? I'm not going to do that ever again, I'm very sorry. It's our monorail entrance. A lovely Alamo. And I think I meant to go over there to the right. So, as lovely as that is, that's our Jurassic tour over there. I'm going to ignore that for now. This lovely fountainy area. I just love the sound it makes. Lovely fountainy little display area there. We're actually going to swing to the right hand side and head up this way instead. Okay, we've got another plaza shopping area sort of thing. Big wide open space. All leading up to the amphitheater there, plonked down in the distance, dominating the landscape like that, which is pretty cool. We can walk past, grab some treats. I love these These are hard to do. The game is not great at doing this necessarily. These big, wide open plaza sort of areas. Do we have an exhibit here, or is it just wet? I think it's just wet. Just a little thumbprint of water plonked into the ground there. We've got amphitheatre. Got a 7-Eleven. Oh, it's an ice cream store. Got, what's this one though? What's this one though? Jurassic Traders. Very cool. Yeah, there's our amphitheatre and lots of little displays things at the side. And I'm assuming this is actually going to be, as you can see, very cool, a Tyrannosaurus. Leave me alone. A Tyrannosaurus Rex habitat. And it is, but they've decided to be annoying and not come join in. Maybe I can spot them from an alternate angle. They're all hanging out there, probably. I wonder if there's a way round. No, there isn't. Well, we'll see it from the sky later on. We'll hop in the Rudiger helicopter, the Rudicopter, and see what we can see. You do have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour, right? Curse you. I'm just going to slip this in now. We have a huge amount of parks still to cover, folks, and I've been recording for ages already, so this is going to be quite a long tour, I suspect, but I am going to start well, I probably have been already, but I'm going to jump between sections that feel particularly impactful and worth talking about. Otherwise, this video will literally, quite literally never end. I'll be here in 7 days still talking about how pretty it all is, and it really is very pretty. I just love, there's such a sense of scale and wide open. Like, it feels like it's very hard to build a park in this game, I feel, that would happily take, like, I don't know how many guests Disneyland has in a day, but however many guests Disneyland has in a day, I think it's quite hard to build a park that feels suitable for that number of guests, right? These huge theme parks with a gajillion guests a day. And there's something about this park, so much path, but the way it's all sort of interlaid into the natural world and stuff like that, and then you've got these big wide open plazas where everyone congregates. It very much feels like somewhere that could handle a huge amount of guest turnover. Okay, just heard a carnivore. Got a little exhibit here of some description. Got this little individual pathway moving around. What do we have in here? Got an army of Allosaurus being chased by a T-Rex in the distance. That's very cool. It's kind of a rocky, slightly deserty exhibit, this one. I feel like whatever's in here should be easy to see because... Am I losing my... What's in here? I can hear... There's something else behind me as well. There's something else in here. I think this is Dryosaurus. It is indeed. This lovely little Dryosaurus habitat. One of the things I really struggle with in my habitats, and I've talked about this before, in Planet Zoo as well, is like what you do at the back of the habitat. You know, you have your fence at the front, which I really like that they're not using many fences, because these feel much more appropriate for a Dryosaurus. But you have your fence at the front, and then what do you do at the back to make it look nice? And just using these sloped hills like this every time really makes the exhibits feel, again, more naturalistic, more like you could hide like a staff section in there, or like a little backrooms area for the Dryosaurus, and it looks beautiful. Hey guys, you having a nice time? Not sure what's in here though. Maybe it's out for maintenance or something like that. It's definitely meant to be a carnivore of some description. I'll keep an eye out as we move through. I just want to check out this skeleton display because I think this is really cool. So I check my map. So we're at the hotel section here as well. Yeah, I love this idea, like stringing them together like this. And then you can see there's a Rex in the distance approaching, and there's another one over there. It's kind of like they're being hunted by a pair of Rexes. And that one's chasing them from behind, and this one's moving in for the flanking maneuver, which is a very cool little detail. I keep hearing a car. Oh, there they are. This is a little Morrison Trepidus habitat. I figured it had to be something small. Hey guys. And then we've got a large one over here, so tell you what, let's have a little pokeroo, shall we? What have we got in here? It's definitely a bigger carnivore in here. It's there in the distance. What is it? Zoom in with my eyeballs. It's Metriacanthosaurus. I didn't know I could zoom in with my eyeballs. What have we got here on our... Get out of the... What are you doing here? The park is closed. You're no influencer. God, I hate being referred to as an influencer. Just as a note, I can't stand it. Who wants to be an influencer? What does it even mean? What do I influence people to do? To play dinosaur games? That Stegosaurus is stunningly beautiful, isn't it? And look at it again, the back of the exhibit, all hill and rock and forest. It just looks like a real slice of the world. The hotels on the hill up there, this verticality. The verticality is like the main thing that really makes this park work for me. I think it's pretty stunning looking. Here, erect in the distance. The stego, that skin coloration on the stego is gorgeous. Hello, Mr. DNA. How you living? Living large? Blankly staring, having an existential crisis. Lovely stuff. So we've got a little plaza open area here as well. We've got a it's like a little display. You get to go in. Oh, is it a dig site? I think it's maybe a dig site. Or something like that. Anyways, it's like a faux dig site, or yeah, I think that's probably the idea. Little pretend dig site area, very cool. And I think there's something. Hello. Are you meant to be out? Are you like the peacock of this park? I love that idea, by the way. Just dash compies all over the place for that purpose. I suspect it isn't meant to be out, but I don't know that for sure. It makes sense. If there's any animal that makes sense to have escaped, to be bounding around the park, it is the Compsognathus. I'm trying to find out what this is. I can't tell. Oh, it's Lystrosaurus. Just had to get a glimpse of the head. Cool. I think this might be something different. You can see it splits down the middle here. Stared at Hammond's crotch. Got in here. It's my beloved Minmai. I don't want to call it Minmai. I get annoyed when people call it like Giganotosaurus and stuff like that, because it should be Giganotosaurus. That's the correct pronunciation. But I call it Minmi. So how can I complain when it should technically be Minmai? We do it all the time. We tweak things to suit ourselves, you know? I don't really get annoyed when people say Giganotosaurus. I just tell them it's wrong. That can't contain bigger dinosaurs, but that we can use. It just doesn't make sense to have a giant electric metal fence for a Compsognathus, you know what I mean? So I really hope we get some small fences in Evolution 3. That's one of my bigger requests for sure. Look at that cacti placement. Beautiful stuff. I suspect I'm meant to be heading... I don't actually know where I am. I might have to hop in the helicopter for a second and check my map position. Okay, in a strange twist, I was going the correct way. So we head a little further down here. It's finding more and more people. And they just haven't heard that the park is closed. This huge swooping exhibit down to our right. Again, this cuts into the earth. Really good way to view the dinosaurs and also stop them breaking out and eating everyone, which is pretty handy. Okay, we're approaching the aviary. I have to be careful, because during the downtime, when I'm just walking around getting to the next place to view, I sing to myself whatever song happens to be in my head. And I really can't subject people to that. I have to make sure that's consistently cut out of the video. Now, this is a much larger aviary. Big tree, sort of. It's medium tree. Big tree's never coming back. Sounds like a song name. Big tree's never coming back. Let's go through the middle one. Let's check this out. See what we've got inside our aviary. Okay. Oh, hello. Ah, of course. It's Quetzal. There's at least two of them as well. What is that? What are you? Are you Jehe? No, that's our Dimorphodon flying past over there. What a beautiful foresty habitat. I really feel it's... Hello, beautiful. You're large. Congrats. Really does feel like a proper... rainforest environment. Feels very appropriate as well. Something so huge. Look at this area for the Quetzal. I'm just going to check out one of the others as well. Let's go to this right. Because it looks like the aviary, yeah, kind of curls. Doesn't that look great? Doesn't that just look so good? Just backed onto it by the trees there. I always freak out about having the trees sort of overlap like that, but I actually think it really works. There we go. Yeah, really, really nice. It's like it's got a river sort of running through the middle, basically. Lots of trees, lots of tree coverage, loads of rocks again. Again, just tons of rocks seems to be the key to making a cool looking park, or at least part of it. Oh, it's not Quetzal, it's Thanatos Draken. Whoopsie daisy. I kind of forgot it got added to the game. Also, it's much more appropriately sized. Did I see a Quetzal or am I crazy? Maybe it's just Thanatos and Dimorphodon. Sorry, Thanatos. Love you, buddy. Okay, I've only just learned how to sprint on Xbox controller, so that's very handy. Okay, so we're leaving the aviary behind just over there, and over there is the... It's just so pretty. It's the drop area at the side of the... I don't think it is a dinosaur exhibit. I think it's just the drop at the side of the landscape, basically. So we are about a third of the way through the park, and that's ignoring the nighttime stuff. I've been recording for about 40 minutes. This park is humongous. There's really no other way to put it. The park is absolutely gigantic. It is wild. And you know the funny thing is, it's a huge park. Maybe the biggest park I've ever toured. Just as I walk around it and look at how long it's going to take to get through the whole thing. This is really nice. Spinosaurus display in this little swampy bit. I wonder if that's hinting as to what's to come in the immediate future. It looks beautiful. What a stunner. The funny thing is, there's so much pathwork and there's so many places to go and there's all this stuff going on and it's such a huge park. But because of how it's been planned and because of how it's been spread out, you so rarely feel like you're surrounded entirely. Like, it always feels very natural. You very rarely feel surrounded by park stuff. You know what I mean? Like, each area feels segmented from the rest of the park. It's all there. It's all looping around. It's all connected. But it very rarely feels too much like you're sort of surrounded by just parky stuff. Oh, we've got the mist. My beloved. Man. Just want more of that. It should be all over the place constantly. It makes me so happy. We got over here just a beautiful display area. As per usual. Tour crossover point. I'm going to let them go past. I have to wave at them, obviously. I don't know what it is about when people pass each other in vehicles in particular. Someone's on a boat or someone's on a train or something, and you wave to strangers. It's just, I find that very weird. I mean, look, I do it as well. We do it on coaches. You know, there's a bus full of kids, everyone waves. And we don't really do it at any other time, but for some reason, being in a vehicle makes you want to wave at each other. Imagine you did that walking down the street. Just waved at everyone who passed you by. You'd be sectioned. Keep having to stop every now and again and check where I am on the map. I've got myself, don't worry about it. So there should be a monorail display thing over there on the left. Hard to see from here, from here. Yeah, there, you can just about see it through there. A lovely little bit, but there is something to observe in this little alley bit to the side, little ringed bit. What have we got? Hello, beautiful. There's a Jurassic Tour over there going through the exhibit, and that is our that's our new Dreadnought. Well, I say new, it's not new anymore, really, is it? Well, that's our Dominion Dreadnoughtus with its beautiful new frontier skin coloration and patterning. Lovely bursts of colour in there, and then a couple paler ones. Maybe it's meant to be a sexual dimorphism sort of thing. I really need to go back to just only building a Biosyn Valley. It's by far the best map in the game. I said this the other day during my DLC review. Go watch it if you haven't. But this map is part of the reason why the Biosyn Valley DLC is my favourite DLC in all of Evolution history, including 1 and 2, just because this map is just staggering, always. Okay, just walked a little bit on from the Dreadnoughtus. Not sure what this building's for, but we're going to take a little peek. I see a rock. Oh, it's a log habitat, isn't it? What we're looking at here. Love that the truck tour going past on the monorail thing. Something I really need to learn how to do because it just looks phenomenal. One of the small benefits of modding is that you can then flank it over things. Oh, it's a Utah raptor habitat. Look at it in the distance there. This bridge over the middle of the habitat. Hopefully we get another view of that. Well, very, very cool. We'll have to do a bit of a helicopter tour at the end for obvious reason. But it looks fantastic. Glimmering in the distance as they descend into the umbra of the forest. Umbra is one of my favourite words. I slip that in whenever I can, really. You see the invisible fences there doing their work. Utah raptors just having a little nap in the shade. You know, it's a hot day. Sure is a hot one out there, neighbour. What have we got here? Oh, it's just like a little side viewing area to check out the Utahraptor habitat. Very cool. I can't see them, unfortunately. Again, they've got this huge... I don't know how there's so many dinosaurs, 51 species in this park, because so many of them have just a humongous amount of room and space to play with, you know? Which means you often can't see them, but that's just part and parcel of good zoo building, you know? It's hard to guarantee that people will see the animals. Just had to backtrack. Just had to backtrack a little bit. I think I got lost slightly. So this is, I believe, at the back end of the Utahraptor habitat. And there's a very cool looking viewing area here on the right hand side. Hopefully we can see that from down here. Yeah, so this is, I mean, it's hard to tell from here, but I believe this is meant to be like a, this is very cool. This is like a, you know, a seating area, like a coliseum, not a coliseum, like an amphitheater, or just kind of like a feeding show kind of thing, right? So you've got all these staggered layers of chairs, as you can see. And again, this might not look a big deal, but this is really, really tricky stuff to build in this game, especially unmodded. Having all these different heights of chairs and keeping it, you know, relatively straight is very, very tricky work in an unmodded version of this game. They've done a fantastic job. So it's like a lion feeding show at the zoo. You see the monorail track from earlier over there. So obviously there's a little feeding thing there, and you'd sit and you'd watch the Utahraptors tear some meat apart, which would be deeply erotic. And then you go off and do other things. Very, very cool little detail there. Glad we came back for this. And now I have to once again figure out where the heck I'm going. I'm a little bit lost, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit lost. I'm still only halfway through the bloody park. What is this madness? This is crazy. There's no way this only took 95 hours. There's just no way. I kind of just keep stumbling into new areas. We've got this lovely aquatic sort of display here. Again, constant use of using various path colours as well, which again makes it feel much more realistic, much more like a real zoo. It just makes it pretty. It makes it pretty. I've said pretty far too many times today. I feel like I pick one descriptive word for my video and then I just stick to that. Like amazing, incredible, pretty, beautiful, stunning, glug glug glug. This is a glug 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 kind of park. This is very, very lit. Is it like a nightclub section? It feels like a nightclub section. It's just a bit crazy. I don't think it's meant to be a nightclub, but it's definitely got nightclub kind of vibes to it. I'm not sure what this is. I feel like it's meant to be a nightclub. I don't know that for sure, but it feels nightclub adjacent, if nothing else, given the huge red and green lights. Obviously quite hard to build a dance floor, but I mean, you can get some chocolate. It's close enough, right? Anyways, we are leaving this section behind. So this was the Utahraptors and the chocolate over there. It's actually the gyrosphere entrance, and we are instead going to head down this way, I think. And there's a pretty cool thing beyond this fence on the right hand side, so let's go check that out. We need to dart forward past all the bushiness, and there should be an entrance over here. Now I'm not sure it's an entrance we're meant to use, you know, this feels like a staff entrance, but it is very clearly here. It's like a, I don't think it's meant to be a dig site. I think maybe, this is very cool. This is meant to be sort of the development of maybe the next habitat, the next exhibit, you know, they're kind of excavating the earth. It could be a dig site as well, I suppose. But to me, it feels like they're excavating the earth, preparing it to build another dinosaur habitat of some description, you know? Because it doesn't really make sense that your dig site would be in your park. You'd have a fake one for the punters. But yeah, you've got porta potties over there. You've got cranes, some up on the hill. Got lights everywhere, of course. Little mounds of dirt. All the tents for the workers and stuff like that. Very cool stuff. Okay, curious what this is. I never really know until I get there. Okay, it's like a high security area. Big Jurassic Park gates. Got the, I It's themed around the visitor center. I can't remember what it's actually called. Lots of big lights. Where are we? Is this meant to be maybe a worker village sort of thing? I mean, there's flags and stuff, but then all the buildings to me scream worker village kind of thing. Yeah, I think this is not meant for guest consumption. And I'm a VIP, obviously, so we're allowed to have a little dabble around. But yeah, this feels like the back rooms. This feels like the maintenance section sort of thing. It's cool. It's like entering a whole other world, you know, the way it's laid out. It's pretty sweet to explore, actually. A little poke up the hill. Never know what you'll find up a hill. You could even find another hill. It's even taller up there in the distance. Yeah, so just a little staff area, little back area. The backwoods, the back rooms. What's the thing in the SCP? I can't remember. But, yeah, pretty cool. There's actually a lot of work in this section. I just want to show you. There's no dinosaurs or anything, so I don't necessarily want to fully tour this, but I do just want to show you. There's a lot of work in this section. You can see there's like a little breeding area for several dinosaurs. We actually have a dinosaur. What is that? Is that Megalosaurus? Got our Megalosauruses. They're sort of, it's like a little breeding section for the dinosaurs, and then we've also got the equivalent for the lagoon as well, with a single hatchery into the lagoon space here. Pretend we're in a helicopter. And yeah, all wraps together nicely, all sort of slowly climbs up this way into the hill. You've got your power plant over here in the back right as well, which is pretty sweet. Little display there in the middle. And you know, the security tower maybe, or maybe for approaching aircraft, you know, an air traffic control tower sort of shebang, a few of those dotted around. But it's a really cool area, so I just thought you kind of get a sense for it a little bit more, I think, from the sky. Anyways, we're going to land our helicopter and check out the last bit of the park. And for the last bit of this part of the tour, it is lagoon time. Now, it's worth noting. So basically, the map I've been given has like a daytime tour and a nighttime tour. And they're about the same size as each other. And it's been an hour I've done the daytime tour. Nearly. This is wild looking, by the way. This is crazy amounts of decoration work. Again, I think these are all meant to be sort of individual, yeah, little individual laid pathways, seating area, sort of things. There's a lot of fire here, folks. A fire at a sea parks. Let's head down this way. But yeah, I don't. The park's just so big. Right, let's hop inside. What have we got here? Is that a dunkel? There's a dunkel. I was making good use of that beautiful new kelp that we've got as well. Lots of deep sea lighting going on, using that red again. The smokestack's looking fantastic. Very cool. Dunkel, my beloved. Dunkel the uncle. Don't particularly love my... Wait, no. I've got one uncle who's cool. The other uncle's not so cool. Sorry, uncle. I'll let you decide which one's which. There's that beautiful Dunkelosteus. Very cool little habitat there. I love using the red lighting like that. It's very atmospheric, very dramatic. Of course, matches the exterior sections, as you can see. It's got a few of those, and then... So this is the lagoon on that right-hand side, but as you can see, there's a full-on gigantic raised one up here to the left as well, which is very interesting. Now, the guide says just to walk through between the two. What an interesting little area. It feels very heavily themed. You know, I feel like these would all be aquatic things if they could do that unmodded, which obviously you can't, unfortunately. Let's just check this out as well. We've got the upper view here, see what this looks like. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. So much fire. Tempting fate is what they're doing. Still one of my favourite parts of Evolution 2. It's just that animation, getting to activate that and drop into the water. I think that's a very cool thing. Okay, I think we've hit the crossing point. Our double Jurassic Park gate set again. All this very strong, almost neon lighting. Is it a dead end? No, there's meant to be a way. Oh, it's here. I'm going to trust the map deeply, that it will guide me through. And you know, you can see we're slowly slinking up here, moving to the top of that big old lagoon. What's this on the right? There's something to do with the lagoon. Now we're poking inside. I can't believe this is unmodded. It blows my mind. Let's have a little poke. What have we got in here? We've got Archelons. We've got Shonisaurus as well. Two of my faves. I mean, Shonisaurus is my favourite aquatic, I think. Oh, Megalodon. Second favourite aquatic. Hello, beautiful. My favourite view in the game right there, when your aquatic creatures swim over the top of your head. And it feels like you're in a shark tunnel, you know? I mean, it's very, very cool. I'd love like a longer version of this. Imagine, right. This is an attraction idea, Frontier, if you're watching. So maybe you don't want to do like a full-on shark tunnel, but what if we just had like a longer version of this attraction here, right? Or one you can place yourself. You kind of place it in the same way that you place an aviary, but imagine it a lot smaller. And then when we go into the building, and this is actually a big request I've just thought of that I really want for Evolution 3. When we go into these viewing areas, if it's a tower, if it's this thing, if it's the gallery, if it's any of them, don't lock us in place. Why can't we walk around this? I don't see why that wouldn't be possible. I think that'd be really cool if we teleported in the way that we do, or even had to walk through a tunnel to get there. That would be even cooler. But you teleport in, and then you can just walk around freely. That seems within the realms of possibility. I think it would feel a lot cooler to be able to actively walk around this space. It would feel much more realistic. It would feel much more like you're actually there. And I've never thought about that until just now, but just sitting here, I really want to hop off this space and go, oh, hello, beautiful, and go walk around myself, you know, just in this little glass cove. I think that'd be awesome. Head down here. Again, yet another beautiful plaza sort of area. I'm going to burn my face off. A lovely time for everyone involved. And very little tree display there. Beautiful stuff. And then we hop on the monorail, which is actually modded, but again, that's my fault. Choo choo. There we go. We'll enjoy this for a second. Actually, bear with me. Oh, did I uninstall the mod? Maybe. Oh, it is. It's a triple tier. How did I not know it's the third tier? There you go. There's a triple tier lagoon section that gets higher and higher and kind of backs onto itself a little bit. You see, that's the monorail over there. Pretend we just teleported forward a little bit. Not that far. Probably some Nophosauruses. Oh, well, it's Archelon in the middle, and then the Plesiosaurus tank at the top. Good way to view the park, this. And I think this is going to take us to our final destination for the walking tour. Is that here? I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Hard to tell. No, this isn't right. Okay, so a really interesting thing they've done here, which I've only just noticed. The monorail comes up to here. I think I may have took the wrong monorail as it happens. I think I meant to go up there. Okay, so what happens here? How does this work? I didn't know you could do this. They've put the monorail is going through. Can you? How do you do this unmodded? I didn't know this was a thing at all. How the heck have you done that? So this is a tour building right here. This is the Jurassic tour building. So the monorail track is going through the mountain, just straight through the mountain. And then they've put Jurassic tours at both sides and kind of covered it with trees to sort of hide it. So it looks like, as you can see, a tunnel through the mountain. But I didn't know you could do that. I'm really perplexed by this, actually. I didn't know you could build monorail track through landscape. Okay, I've been waiting ages for this to happen. Hopefully, I can show view. There we go. I don't know why I can't go inside anymore. Weird. But let's just see what happens. On the front of the monorail. We're heading into the mountain. It just goes through the mountain. Huh. I don't know, I just didn't know you could do this. It's wild to me. This would look really cool. I mean, it would never really work. You're not meant to be on the monorail when you see that happen, but it looks great. Right, so that is the daytime portion of the park. In the interest of making this video not an hour and a half long, I am gonna we're gonna helicopter tour through the rest of the park. Now we're gonna swap it to nighttime though, because this part of the park is apparently meant to be viewed at night, and I think it's worth seeing just the incredible amount of lighting work that's been done in the entire park that you don't necessarily notice. So let's just start having a look around. So there's our dig site area from before, where they're maybe, you know, building another habitat. You can see it's all lit up beautifully there. I can't actually find the entrance, but I just want to show you this Jurassic tour at nighttime. It's just wild looking, all the red lights everywhere. I wonder how the dinosaurs feel about this. Hello guys, we've got our Monolithosaurus in here wandering about. It looks awesome. It's so dramatic. And you know what helps? This is, oh, it's our gyrosphere, I should say. It's just the black bars, the letterbox effect. It really makes such a big difference to how dramatic and how cinematic everything looks, you know? So a little skeet down this valley here. Skeet, skeet. Oh, we've got something larger. Eclipse there by the red light. Our Allosaurus is there. All out on their jollies. Loads of them, actually, absolutely tons of them. Bloody horror. Oh no, over here is our Lux Spinoraptor. Very appropriate for the situation. Again, seriously, the black bar, the letterbox effect. Why does it make everything look 1,000 times cooler? It's mad. It's all it takes for something to look awesome. We're going to fly through this bit. We're in a low-flying helicopter, but I do want to see it because it's some incredible lighting work and yet more incredible building work. Beautiful Alamosaurus display there. Absolutely crazy neon stuff going on here for our little entrance area there. So let's head up the hill from here. Lots of little displays. We can actually head through there. Very cool. Sweep along this area. Keep an eye out for any dinosaur exhibits as we go. What vehicle am I on here? A motorbike that flies? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Just look at it. I mean, yeah, this is my favorite part of the park, weirdly enough. High up here, little lights, the mountainside. I would sit on this bench and look out there for all the time in the world. Like, maybe you've seen all the dinosaurs, or you just want a break for a little bit. You need to sit down in a smoothie, and you would sit on this little bench, look out into the night, hear the cicadas and the cicadas, or however you want to pronounce it, and hear the roar of the dinosaurs in the background, and just, oh, it'd be such a cool place to be. It reminds me of when I went to Costa Rica, and that kind of vibe of just sitting at night in the middle of the rainforest, listening to the place come alive. Hello. Are you meant to be out? Oh, Nigersaurus is just one. I mean, maybe they're meant to be out. It looks awesome. I don't know if they're meant to be out, though. There's a few of them. There's a few. The sauropods everywhere. We've got iguanodons as well. Just wandering around the place. Hey guys, Alamosaurus. You what's going on up here? Lovely little seating area. Maybe they're meant to be out. I don't know. Kind of a lagoony sort of looking bit with a little beachy seating area there. Interesting using these as these little entranceways up the mountain top. Got another little display here, and of course another loose dinosaur. Hello, beautiful. Nigersaurus does what Nigersaurus wants, damn it. Past our little fountain display. Further up the mountain we go. We're going to go all the way to the tippy top, folks. Whoa. Some very angry Albertosauruses all come to see what all the hubbub is about. Looks like they've got a nice big exhibit down there, but they're attracted by the light. Albertosaurus is half moth, everyone knows that. You know, usually they use frog DNA to fill in the gaps, but Albertosaurus, they thought, we'll just mix it up a little bit, see what happens. Oh, wait, what? Are they rocks? They're rocks that have been incredibly... Oh, that's a very smart. So they're just little rocks that have been very sharply lit by a nearby spotlight. It just looks so pretty. And they're meant to look like eggs, right? It's like the little nesting section, and there's Mr. DNA. And inevitably he would have like a speaker playing some information about the eggs going, eggs are made from egg. Fun fact. And people were like, yeah, he's right. Again, lots of verticality, loads of verticality. We're always moving upwards very smoothly, or sometimes little staircase feeling sort of areas. Lots of little jutting out bits. Everything's nicely lit. It's lit, fam, don't worry about it. And again, just want to keep stopping and taking a peek down the hill to see where we are. I just heard something break through those trees down there. Knowing this part of the park, it's probably a Tyrannosaurus Rex or something. On we go, up through the woodlands. And I think we are... Yeah, I really like this constant use of these as a little entrance way. I think it's cool. Got ourselves an innovation center. Anyways, this is the very top of the hill, so we've got a little Jurassic cafe sort of area over here, lots of seating areas, lots of displays around the innovation center, again including our Alamo Hammond with the backlight like that. How incredibly awesomely dramatic. He looks like an evil megalomaniac villain, which is very appropriate for book Hammond if nothing else. And you know, movie Hammond was a nice guy, even if he was a little bit crazily egotistical. This monorail mod, by the way, again, this isn't part of the default park, this is just because I have the mod installed. But this monorail mod is the thing that dreams are made of. I just want to give it a shout out again, because look how much better that looks at night time. Being able to see everyone inside there, all lit up like that. Really, really cool stuff. Really makes a huge difference to the quality of the monorail. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm sure I've missed some stuff, and I do apologize. It's just it's too big. It's too big. I feel like we've seen a lot. I feel like I've only seen about 10 for the dinosaurs, but what an incredible park. I mean, look at it. What an incredible, incredible park. Let's rock out with midday for a little bit. Just staggering work. It really is. How this all ties together at all. How this makes sense to walk around. I know I got lost a couple of times, but that's really on me more than the park. It's just amazing work. It really is. And that's why we didn't go on the tours. You know, there's several tours. We saw where they went, though, if nothing else. I don't know what to say, man. I think it speaks for itself, right? Of course, we never really saw this. This is one of the truck tour areas here. Tons of dinosaurs. Got Pentaceratops. Oh, we did see it because we saw the Dreadnoughtus, but we didn't see the Gallies, we didn't see the Penta. Was it Strufy? Was it Archie? It is Archie, actually. Is it that I can tell by looking at their faces? Is that concerning? I'm like 19. Yeah, that's Archaeonophthalmimus. Little display fossil area here with our truck tour. I like, this is the thing. I guarantee there's plenty more I could have shown you. It's mad, 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 mad. Well, I just talked for about 5 minutes without actually clicking the record button. Just want to point out that this habitat here, this is the one that backs onto the seating area that I showed you, is not actually Utahraptor. That must be elsewhere. This is actually a Yutyrannus habitat, as you can see from this lovely sleeping Yutyrannus over here. And also, I showed you a... Yes, over... somewhere. Over here? Nope. I also showed you a swampy little area over here. We walked past this earlier on, this beautiful swampland area looking thing. I mean, that looks so cool. Swampland area. I'm just going to grab the screenshot, actually, bear with me. The swampy little bit before, and this is actually, rather appropriately, of course, a Spinosaurus habitat. We just didn't we didn't catch the Spinosaurus on the way. You can see it here. A couple of them wandering around in the highlands. Above the swampy viewing area down there. They would definitely just break out and eat everyone, but we could just say there's an invisible fence here, you know? We don't need to pretend otherwise. And they've got a viewing area up here at the top of the hill, so you can look down and watch them explore their beautiful habitat. Oh, there's 3 of them. Hey, guys. It's a throuple. It's a lovely little throuple. Anyways, Yutyrannus and Spinosaurus, 2 of the coolest dinosaurs. Thought we'd add those to the video at the end. So, big shout out to Legion, and thank you again to Legion who got in touch with me. And I could have shown you this a little early, had like early access, but unfortunately had things to do. But so glad that I got to tour this. It's an honor to tour this kind of thing. You know, it's just remarkable work. So shout out to Legion, Caesar Creates, Crazy Cat Miri, Jurassic Tom, Python X35, and Montgomery Rex for their work. And let's just have a look at this Rex exhibit, which again is absolutely awesome looking. It seems there is a log viewing area for the whole thing, actually, which is something I missed along the way. You see we've got like a maintenance staff area here curling around the back of it. Love that again. So it comes out here from the amphitheater and it comes up into a hill area, comes up into some verticality. Got the drinking area down there. And the Rexes would move this sort of way. And again, just really important to emphasize that verticality. Especially when your park is all about this kind of central hill area. There they are. So, from me and the Rexes, thank you very much for joining me. This was Unity Park. I've been recording for well over an hour and a half, so I am going to have to cut this down quite a lot. It's going to be a long video, but I don't want it to be an hour and a half long. But absolutely worth exploring for yourself. If you are an unmodded park builder and you're looking for inspiration, this is the park to download. It's right up there on the Nexus. Anyone can download it, install it into your games. Might want to lower your graphic settings, but other than that, you'll be okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers much of as always. Bye-bye.
Rainbow Road.